it's DonPat for y'all, and today I will show you my top 5 arena game changers in Lil Alchemist. And I'd like to show what I think are some key methods to succeed. First of all, these tips apply for my current situation in the top spots of the arena. Like right now I'm rank 54, but when I play and use all of my runes, I'm just in a mix for top 20, top 10, of course. And so, of course, my tips also apply for lower tiers with tiebreaker like in Masters, or even without tiebreaker entirely. The rules apply. So I hope everyone can just get the idea of what I tried to explain. And this is the deck I will use in arena all the time. Right now it's getting better and better, for sure, but as you can see, it's not like the deck you would expect one to have in legendary 2 or 3, like I am up now. But I think many people have that, and it's not only like I have to only have maxed out Onyx fused stuff, even with that stuff you can achieve great things up here. So as I said, right now I want to focus on how I generally play an arena, and not how I decide a move in detail, like in the battle itself. This is what I will do maybe next time. And so I will start now to do the battles and explain to you what I prepared to talk about. And first of all, I don't know if this will stay the same like what I will tell you in the following, but for now it applies, so I hope it will help you one or another. So actually my path to get in this upper tiers, like the top tiers of arena, where that I got tiebreaker, of course. That's the first step. Since a year I got this, I think, or even longer. And when there were no packs, I got it, like no packs in the shop. And then I slowly began to get better and better. So it was easier for me to stay in Masters and be on the same level. And then when packs began to return, it was obvious that everyone would be way better in arena with better cards and everything. The competition is stronger, and many people return that stopped to play and so on. So that also had an influence on that. Well, for me at this point, I didn't really try to get to the top tiers, but as I bought the scheming pack in the end of October, it was for me okay. I got really nice critical strike cards, because before that I had just some final form fused from bosses, like for example Hubert or Otto or Janice. Yeah, and I really needed to grind for that back then. And also back then my playstyle was that I did not really bother to use all of my runes that I could use, like not all my 15 runes, but yeah, there were days where I just didn't play at all. And if I played, I just played like 1, 2, 3, 4 battles to get my daily bonus, and then that's it. So this changed, like I said, when I got the scheming pack at the end of October, because there, yeah, I got the Poisonous Prince card and Lady Revenant, so some really meta fused final forms. And then I began to climb the ranks really fast, and it took like 2 or 3 weeks. And I believe then I actually already began to be in, first of all Legendary 1 and then 2 and then and so on. So, but in that time I really used every rune I had and everything, just optimized everything to get up there as fast as possible. And when you are there, like after you climb the ranks, then it's easy to stay, because everyone around you just does the same things as you, and that's why the fluctuation of the ranks between the day are so high up here. But that's another thing. So basically, based off that, what I just told you, I would say I'm actually qualified to teach you that lessons right now. So first of all, this thing might sound a little weird, but you really need to use all the runes. Why that? Yeah, because even if you are just battling, like you win and you lose back and forth and making no progress at all, you might have this one lucky battle where you eventually win and it will be alright. So another thing you could try is to just, oh dang it, I just lost here, to just losing on purpose and then get a win streak afterwards. Like, then you might face another opponent, for example, and yeah, just overtake the people you were stuck with before. The second thing I really think is important, that you not only use all your runes, but try to use that runes efficient. Like, win streaks are the key. That's what I want to say with that. So keep the win streak alive as long as possible. Of course, when you lose, that's okay. But for example, when you are having like 6 or 7 wins in a row, that's the average. I would say that is possible very easy if you play smart and follow my rules of thumb, maybe. So even when you have that win streak going, try to avoid opponents where you know you will lose. You can do that by just stopping to play. When you are with 2 runes left, for example, and you are pretty sure you will lose the next battle, just stop and wait next few hours and then come back to the game, and most likely there will be other opponents there that you can face now. So basically that's how you avoid losing your win streak. damn, this will be hard to get further with this hand here. But anyways, I hope you got the message here. So it's okay to lose the win streak once again, but if you can try to avoid that, that's one way to do it. So basically, just for anyone who doesn't know, win streak work like that when you obviously win multiple battles in arena without tying or losing, for each battle you will get more stars. And when you get more stars per battle, you use your runes more efficiently and jump other people who are not on a win streak when they play. Even though you and your opponent, let's say, use the same amount of runes. So you battle the same amount of battles, but you get more stars because your win streaks are going better. That doesn't have to mean that you have a higher win percentage. Most likely you will have it, but it's not guaranteed. So, and basically all the rules are just sticking together. Like the one thing I said was first that you have to use all your runes, and second was like to use your runes efficiently to get win streaks. So the next thing is, the third rule is to know your opponents you face a lot in arena. This will not only help you to keep your streak alive, but also help you making choices who to battle between your 3 choices. So the more you play, the more opponents and the more often you will face the same opponent. Like you face more opponents and the same opponents over and over again. So you get to know them, know their deck, know their weaknesses and everything. So this is also where the other tips are necessary, because if you use all your runes, you will face more opponents and know more opponents to react to the playstyle of the opponent. So make sure to also have a selection of different abilities you can use in arena. For example, have a tiebreaker deck with a counter attack card, a crushing blow card and a critical strike card, to use those in the situations they are the best in. And that comes along with the fourth tip, and that is to vary your deck depending on what opponent you face. Therefore, once again, using another tip, you have to know your opponents, and then you can react to them, and before even battling them, change your deck a little bit to make it optimal to face that opponent. Of course, you won't need to do that quite often, but for me, I do that when I, for example, battle the top guys, the top 6 people. Sometimes I have to face them as well. Then I know my basically only chance to win are the counter attack cards, like Lady Revenant or even Slithers, which I love. And these are the 2 I have in my deck every time. But when I know I depend on those cards, I want to have a higher chance to actually have those cards in my hand when I need them. So I throw out one of my critical strikes where I know that on that high HP opponents I can't rely on them because they make not enough damage even though they are critical strike cards. I will use counter attack cards, like the third one I have is Dr. Robo. I can use him as well then, because he potentially deals more damage in that situation where I need him. Another thing that is also related to that is that when you face opponents like that where you're not sure, you can use them and you think, well, what can I do? It's just be creative, like change your deck around, change your Alchemist type around, and try to battle them and in the leaderboard, and not like in arena where in leaderboard you don't lose stars, for example. So that's another thing you can do. And the last thing I have to say is the fifth rule of thumb is to have a solid defense as well. So of course you want to make it hard for your opponents to beat you when you are in the defensive place. Well, not you as yourself, but your AI. So basically, when you are on defense, you want to be on Master Healer, for example. Or if you don't have Master Healer, at least on regular Healer. Because as you probably can imagine, then you're harder to beat, and it's more likely that your opponent will actually use against your AI. So, and if you're not sure if actually that Master Healer is applied when you leave the game, and wanna be on Master Healer, for example, you can just come back and battle yourself once, and then you will see what alchemy type you will have when other people attack you. And when you see that even though you left the game with a certain alchemy type, you can once again just choose the right one and then force close the app. Not just close it, but force close it. And then most likely the deck will change, and when you come back again to fight yourself, you will have the right deck for your defense. So I hope that tips are quite nice for you and they will help you in your arena progress. For me, that's how I play, and for me it does work. If you have other ideas and want to mention anything, you can either write me on Discord, or I will upload this on YouTube most likely. I think I will do this like uncut because I will say everything what's needed to say here, and then you can comment there what your ideas are, what have I missed. So once again, I don't want to explain how in detail I play the battle itself. That's another play style. And if you're interested, I will also explain that. That's it for today. Please like and subscribe for more content. And if you're interested, here you can see my videos where I buy packs for an hour and recycle them.